more on a personal level, what's really important to this notion of optimal living. And she's our final speaker before lunch. She's a licensed clinical social worker, a consultant, a health educator, a national speaker, and a specialist in drama and creativity through laughter. She is the president of For the Health of It Consultation Services, which promotes the health of organizations, businesses, and individuals in an electrifying, out-of-the-box, non-traditional manner, integrating the arts to promote health and education. She's appeared on local and national TV concerning her two nationally acclaimed programs, Laugh for the Health of It and Words Not Spoken. She's a teaching artist in the Artists in Schools program here in Sarasota and one of the founders and current co-chairs of the Arts for Health, Sarasota-Manatee, Inc. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Hedda Matza-Haughton. Hello, Hedda.
Hi, everybody. I think we need a little uplifting right now, so I thought I'd bring my clown nose. Now, let me just share with you how I use my clown nose and my I do Laugh for the Health of It workshops, and my other name is Princess Juicy Joy. And every morning I get up and say, Princess Juicy Joy is back, put on the crown, put on the nose, and say, today I'm going to bring some joy to myself and to those who I come around. And what I'm talking about today is optimal living, and my framework has all the perspectives that everyone has just shared, but adds something of what I believe optimal living is all about. And I believe optimal living is promoting and being able to discover and experience and pursue your passions, what you love to do. And how many of us, when we were a kid, we were always doing all the things that we love to do. We're playing, we're having fun, we're laughing, etc. And then work, school, obligations, responsibilities come, and somehow those passions, for many people, go on the back burner. I call that my adult straitjacket, you know, that you're stuck in this one spot, and that we need to open up that spot. So my goal for the presentation today is to have you experience for yourselves an exploration of what are your passions and what are some of the passions that maybe you'd like to do but you haven't done. And I believe this goes throughout our entire life. I'm not focusing on one age group, but I think the panel today really shared with us that we're talking about birth till whatever. And that we need to be able to look at those kinds of passions and joy. So, the goal for me is to, I think I should use a little bit, I think I shared this, but PowerPoints are not a big thing for me. Wait a second. Is it
You want me to run it for you?
Yeah, that one.
I'll run it for you.
There you go. That's one. That's not. Well, I'm stuck. No problem. No problem. We can do it with that. Oh, there you go.
I'm seeing it on my screen.
Well, let me just share the goal. That what I'm talking about in terms of the passions and finding your things that you love is that it has also positive health outcomes. And there's been a lot of research now on joy and happiness. And so I'm looking at it not only in terms of what you can do individually for yourself, but also what you can do for your community in terms of experiencing and fulfilling your passions. So some of the health outcomes are it's more energizing for you, increases good relationships, and it also, those who are happier have lower heart rates and blood pressure. Also the endorphins, which is a natural process in your brain, is excreted that can reduce pain, and that happens for those who are more happier and healthier and filled with joy. And the stress cortisol hormone that is excreted is also reduced in those who are happier and healthier. So, for all of us, I want us to experience that together and have an opportunity to do it. So first I'm going to ask you to participate with me. So all of you who are in the back on those tables, I want you to get up also, but I'd like everybody to stand up. Everybody up, including our panel. Including our panel. We've been sitting for a long time, so what we do in drama is we call this mirroring, and I'm going to ask you to do whatever I do at the same time. So if I'm up like this, let's do it like this. If I'm down like this, I'm doing it like this. If I'm giving it to this way, I'm up. Then I do a little touch. We need a rub. We don't touch ourselves enough. Give it a little rub. All right. Give it a little shoulder, and a little. Let's just shake the top. Whoa, whoa. All right. Now freeze. When I say freeze, you freeze. All right. Now I want you to. Many of us sit at tables where we know people. I'm going to ask you to find a partner really quickly, because we got only that 20 minutes I got. Find a partner really quickly that you don't know very well. And if you have to move to another table, that's fine. If you don't have a partner after a while, raise your hand, we'll find one. Everybody just find a partner real quick. The panel can use yourselves here. Real quick, find a partner. If you don't have a partner, raise your hand. And face your partner. Face your partner. Face your partner. If you don't have a partner, raise your hand. We'll find one for you. Here we go. All right. Now, as partners, I want you to decide, first of all, who's A and who's B. Make that decision amongst yourselves. Okay. Those who are control freaks told everybody, you're A and I'm B. Now, when I say A, you're going to lead this mirroring. Now, what you did with me was you mirrored me. Now you're going to mirror the person in front of you. So the key in mirroring is eye contact. So look at each other's eyes straight on. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to do funny and movements that bring you joy. So it could be like, that's what we'll do this one, funny faces. Freeze. Alright, so when I say A will do will lead and B will follow. When I say B takes over, continues in a funny movement. Do the movement so they can copy you. And I'll go back and forth. Okay, let's begin. B is going to begin. B, go ahead. Follow B. Everybody follow B. Follow B. Keep moving. All right, now follow A. A is leading. All right, now B again is leading. B is leading. Okay, now C. C is leading. Oh, wait, we don't have C. Okay. Now I want you to be like this with your partner. Like this. He's in front of me like that. Everybody get in that position with your partner. All right? Everybody like that? Okay? All right. Now, you're going to check with your partner as to whether they have any back or shoulder issues. Just check with them. Okay? Now, look here. He's going to be my example. He's going to be here. What we're going to do is going to give him a shoulder and neck rub. But you have to ask him if he likes it hard or he likes it soft. And then you got to do it, all right? So you like it hard or soft? Give it to me hard. All right, take your partner. Okay, stay in this position. Check out if they like it hard or soft. Be gentle, shoulder and neck rub. Go. To that person. Shoulder and neck rub. Shoulder and neck rub. And you can moan and groan. Oh, yes. Oh, wonderful. All right, now switch. Switch. Shoulder and neck rub. Shoulder and neck rub. Slow and easy if they want to slow and easy. Shoulder and neck rub. All right, you got it. All right, switch one more time. This is good. This is good. This is like heaven. This is like heaven. Oh, yes. I got to do a little bit here. Shoulder and neck rub. I like it hard. All right. One more time. Switch it. One more time. Alright, now freeze. Freeze. Now, I want you to face your partners so you get to know them a little bit. I'm going to ask you a few questions. We're going to get to our passions and what we love to do. But first, let's just ask some quick questions. First, ask each other. One person talks first and then the other one answers too. So you both answer your question, but share it with each other real quickly. Where have you lived the longest time? Not a whole discussion now, just one person. All right? Now, how long have you lived in Sarasota? Okay? Now, how do you like the roundabouts? How do you like the roundabouts? Just added that for the city commission.
Sound like a square dance thing?
Okay, last question. Who in your life makes you laugh and brings you joy the most? Share with you who that person or people are in your life that brings you joy and laughter. There's a lot Good. All right, now I want you to face outward with your partner. Face outward, you know, like that. Now, yeah, right. Now, if you want, you can do, come here during my test. You can do, if you feel comfortable, we call this the up and down rub. Up and down rub if you feel comfortable doing it. Oh, this is good, they keep on doing it, all right. Hey, I knew we don't touch enough. That's a big one. See, joy surrounds you when you do what you love to do. This is what we love to do. All right, now I want you to stay with yourselves facing outward. Not touching, though. Facing outward. Okay. If you want to touch, you can touch. It's okay. Up to you. Face the other way, right? Okay. I want you to now think about, the focus is what you love to do. As adults, sometimes we have a hard time with this, but I want you to think about this yourself. If you had to get up tomorrow morning and you could do whatever you love to do. Now, some of you are going to say, I'm going to travel to Tahiti, Bahamas, whatever. Traveling could be one of your loves, but we're not going to use that as an example this time. You could use it on your list. But if you had to do what you love to do, what brings you joy, which brings you all kinds of good happiness, think in your mind as many things as you possibly can of what you would do to bring you joy and happiness in the framework of what I love to do. Just think about it yourselves. In yourself. She's got it. That's good. Got it. Good. Okay, I want you to get it twice, 3, 4. Make it a list as much as at least 2 or 3 if you can. Or the first one is the most important one. Now turn around and share that with your partner real quick. Anytime during your life, our passions change. And some of them we look at that we'd like to do that we haven't done. Like every year, I do at least one thing that I've never done before in my entire life. I'm going to ask you now to think about some possible, what you love to do, passions that you have not done, that maybe you might want to explore. Think about those. Wait, back to back. So you're not back to back. You're not talking to your person yet. You're back to back. This is a harder one. We're going into our area of what I would love to do. And by the way, these things can be at your work, if you're going to school, if you're retired. All these things can be part of that. And your community involvement too. So everyone think now of some of those things that I'd love to do that I have not done that maybe I'd like to do. Skydive. Walk when I don't walk. All the things that you might want to do that you love to do, but you haven't done. And maybe want to think about the possibilities of doing it. Share that with your partners now. Everyone, just quickly, one at a time, just the first question of what I love to do. Someone just raise their hand and tell us what you love to do, that you do currently. What you love to do. Somebody, what do you love to do? What do you love to do? Yes?
Play with dogs.
What do you love to do?
Scuba dive.
Scuba dive, I love it. What do you love to do?
I love to network with people.
Very important. Relationships, important. That's a big goal of one of mine too. I love to do that. What about you back there?
Love to sell real estate.
Love to sell real estate.
Hey, you got a bunch of posters.
Hey! I had a friend who sold real estate. Every time somebody sold a house, they rang a bell in the office. It was driving them all crazy, but it was supposed to be a motivational thing. I'm not quite sure how much it motivates. Okay. Anybody else want to share what they love to do?
Tennis.
Tennis. Okay, I want you to think about all these loves that you love to do and how often you're doing them and if you want to increase them. Think about that. If I want to do more of it and how to increase it. Okay? Now, those who said, these are things that I might want to do that I haven't done, what are some of those thoughts that you had that were possibilities of things to do that you love?
I want to learn how to play guitar.
Learn how to play guitar. Okay, got it. Who else?
Play the piano.
Play the piano.
We can start a band.
Hold on one second.
Learn a new language.
Learn a new language. Beautiful. What else? New things, new passions. Say again. I'm deaf in one ear, so I gotta go louder. What'd you say? I heard something
in the Mediterranean.
Oh, I love it. Okay. All right. Now, with all that framework, this I want you to think in your own head. Barriers. Sometimes there are barriers that we feel stop us from being able to do things. Now, I'm not saying I'm reinforcing barriers. I just want you to think about what barriers you may have to overcome to do the things you love or the things that you haven't yet even touched. What are those barriers?
Fear.
Fear. One of the biggest ones.
No time.
Fear. No time.
Money.
Money.
Wife.
A wife? I'm not available. But there are a lot more women in town than there are men. So that's a possibility.
She's aware of that.
Okay. Money could be it. The question is now, how do we do some of the things that would allow us to do it without having those big expenses, if that's it? And the issue of fear is just recognizing it's fearful. So I'm going to give you some tips. Have a seat now. Everybody have a seat. What? Okay. Check out this wonderful Wanda Sykes quote. If you feel like there's something out there that you're supposed to be doing, if you have a passion for it, then stop wishing and just do it. Now, that's the hard thing, to just do it. But some possible tips to make those things, dealing with the fear, etc. One is to continue to create what I call it the love list, the love to do list. Writing it down or in your head. And the second is saying it out loud and sharing it with others, because there may be others who would like to do it also, may have the same kind of fear, but doing it with a buddy can make it happen. So making it, acknowledging it, writing it down, and also talking about it more. Fears, barriers. Ways to get over those fears and barriers, I have a few suggestions. One is we often need to get into what I call my quiet space. Whatever that may be for you, because creativity flourishes when your mind gets all those other thoughts out of your head. Like, for example, there's a study that says you have the best thoughts when you're having sex. I said, my husband says, we had it, please. I don't want to know if you're having good thoughts when I'm having sex with you. No. But your mind is stimulated a certain way with creativity.
Do we have a slide for that?
No. I can put a little bump for you. So, finding a quiet space. Now, that quiet space could be in your backyard, sitting in your lanai, or on your patio. It could be in front of the ocean. It could be meditation. It could be a yoga class, where you can let that mind clear out and be able to come up with some of those ideas and be able to sort of let go of some of those fears. fears really do become a barrier because we haven't tried it yet. Change is often difficult. I've done with audiences where I ask you to take your watch, and move it to the other wrist. Hello, folks? If you don't have a watch, then put your arms like this. One hand is sticking out and one is tucked, right? The watch is better if you can do it. The watch is more effective. But if you don't have a watch, do it like this. Now I want you to be able to change your hands where this that's sticking out is now in, and this one is out, and stay there for a second. How do people feel with the watch changing? Give me how you feel.
It's pretty weird.
Pretty weird. How about those who switched around with arms? Uncomfortable? Anybody not a problem with the watch going over?
Can't hook it.
What?
Can't get it hooked.
It's backwards.
Okay, now this is considered a very small change. The amount of changes that are happening in this community and the amount of changes that happen in our life are much bigger than that. I had to deal with breast cancer twice. So I had some big challenges to face. And when I faced that challenge, I wasn't going to do a laughter program when I got the diagnosis. But afterwards I had to say, how is my life going to be better? And what can I do to make it better? So then I created a Laugh for the Health of It program that helps cancer survivors and all kinds of people across this country and businesses figure out what brings them joy and what brings them laughter. The challenge is to free up the head so that you can open up the creativity. Free up the head, because what our head has all these messages. I can't do it, I don't have the time. The issue of time is a myth. It's a myth. Because in 2 minutes, you could be sitting, if you feel you're stressed, stress happens outside of us. It's our response to the stress. So if you feel you need to have some kind of stress reduction, I don't have time to take that class, I don't have time to go there. No, you can just sit at your desk, sit at your home, and just take a moment or two and just breathe. So there's a variety of ways to be able to stop what's coming from the outside, because we'll never stop stress. We'll never stop change either. The other piece that I wanted to emphasize too is, not a lot of you mentioned it, but when I look at things that I love to do, I look at my community engagement. So we have something like the Downtown Sarasota Condominium Association, and we have a lot of other organizations. There's 1,500 not-for-profits in Sarasota-Manatee County. 1,500 in that small area. So how we use what we love to do in a way that empowers our community and moves our community, as you said when you opened up the program, that things are changing, but how are we going to make that be part of that process? So for example, Arts for Health Sarasota-Manatee, which I helped form, didn't happen here. It wasn't happening, but yet there's so much arts here. But I came from a background where I integrated drama and laughter as part of my work to empower people and to have positive health outcomes. So I wanted an organization that would do the same. So I got together 4 or 5 people, and we sat down, we formed an organization to make some change in our community. And I think that's the beauty of Sarasota and Manatee. I think the challenge is to involve the millennials. It's not to be just with your own insular group. The same people, same discussion all the time. That also invigorates you. So I basically am saying to you all, follow your passions, do what you love to do, and we will have a stronger, and happier, and healthier community. Thank you.
So instead of just clapping, let's give a round of laughter to Hedda.